Tesla TSLA currently has a very clear technological lead over its competitors. One teardown in 2020 estimated it to be 6 years ahead of Toyota and VW. There seems no stopping the share price of the company either. In fact, Tesla doesn't just have a higher market cap than Toyota, it's nearly 4 times as much now and recently passed Facebook to become the 5th most valuable US company. But although Tesla is awash with investor cash in producing cars that have significantly more range and performance than other vendors, there are signs already that its market lead is eroding, and competitors are starting to catch up. One of the first indications is just how well Volkswagen is already doing with its new ID.3 compact car in Europe. It was the best-selling EV in Europe in October. The Tesla Model 3 is still way ahead as the best-selling EV globally and has now sold more units than the Nissan Leaf, despite the latter just reaching its 10th anniversary where the Model 3 isn't even 4 yet. But in Europe in November 2020 the Renault Zoe came top, with the ID.3 second and the Hyundai Kona Electric third. The Tesla Model 3 was fourth, and the Model S and X weren't even in the top 20, whereas the technically inferior Audi e-tron was. This is causing some concern with European investors. Part of the problem is that Tesla is still targeting a relatively premium end of the EV market, with its cheapest vehicles in the USA still around the $40,000 mark, and more expensive in Europe. To hit much higher volumes, it sorely needs a smaller, cheaper car for greater mass market appeal. The Model Y is in the crossover SUV format, which is more popular than mid-sized sedans, like the Model 3. But it's no cheaper and still won't compete in the same segment as the Renault Zoe, VW ID.3 or Hyundai Kona. Tesla is rumored to be gearing up to build a new car in China already, which some have mooted could be the much-anticipated $25,000 Model 2. But where a $25,000 car sounds like decent value in the West, there are already plenty of cars on sale in China for less than this, and not just tiny urban-only vehicles like the infamous Wuling Hongguang Mini EV. The BYD E2 is close to $20,000 before any subsidies, yet still offers a very respectable 190 miles of NEDC range. Last week, I highlighted some of the Chinese cars that we are likely to be seeing come out of China into the US and European markets in 2021, a couple of which have arrived already like the Polestar 2 and MG5 EV. These will not only be competitively priced but extremely well specified as well. There's a good reason for Chinese EVs to be looked upon as the biggest competitor in the market, too. The huge range of increasingly capable EV models is there to fulfill a local need. A big explosion in the size of the Chinese EV market is expected in 2021, which will become larger than the rest of the world put together by unit volume, if not value.